Everyone thinks that teens in our world today use alcohol, tobacco, or drugs to cope with everyday struggles. You may think they do,
but they don't. Welcome to the But They Don't podcast, a podcast for teens by teens. Join us as we cover substance use prevention, mental health, community conversations, and more.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of But They Don't. It is your favorite elder millennial, Jessica, and I am joined today by Audrey and Ivy. It's Ivy's first time hosting. What's up, Ivy?
Hey.
All right, and today, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about bullying and the effects it has on people and the different kinds of bullying.
Okay. So let's start talking, what do you think is like the most common type of bullying? Like
cyberbullying, stuff like that.
Like bullying in person, cyberbullying.
Can I say like unintentional bullying?
Yeah, we talked about it the other day,
Yeah.
Do I just like say
Yeah.
it?
I love this.
Yes, just say it.
I'd say unintentional bullying.
So what do you mean by that?
So usually, like, whenever you're with your friends or something, and they'll say, like, a rude comment, and they're, like, just trying to make fun and have fun, but in reality, they're actually really hurting you, but they don't mean to.
Yeah, they don't really realize they're hurting you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can recount, like, so many times where someone said something to me, and I laugh in that moment, but later on, I'm, like, laying in bed, I'm like, that wasn't really funny. Like, that was honestly kind of offensive.
Okay, what about like cyberbullying? Is that still a big problem?
Yeah, and like we said, I feel like it is still unintentional. Like, people say things that they think is funny or is a joke and it's like an inside joke or something, but it's really not funny. Like, it actually hurts people's feelings.
Yeah, so thinking about like bullying and how it can hurt people, we just finished Suicide Prevention Month, for example. So even if it's an unintentional comment, thinking about how that can harm somebody's mental health, like especially if they're already not in a good place mentally, then giving them an opportunity to feel even worse about themselves, whether you meant to do that or not, I think it's just something that you need to think about when you're making comments to people.
Yeah, I feel like we never really know what's going on in somebody's life. Something could always push them over the edge or really cause them to feel worse.
Let's think about like fights and stuff. Like I feel like people don't necessarily think about fights as bullying, but it really is.
Because I mean, you think about it, it's two people fighting like intentionally. You don't really think of it as bullying, but like what's causing that fight to begin with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like it's usually just stupid comments or things that you wouldn't expect to hurt someone, and then they get all riled up and they get very angry about every situation that you say, and then it just ends up in a fight, and it's really a common bullying type, but not really thought of as bullying.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really, honestly, in high school, you see so much fighting. Like, it's probably one of the most common things I see. There's so many videos that go around of people fighting, and even, like, going back to the cyberbullying, those videos going around obviously isn't helping the case or helping anyone, like, in the whole fighting genre.
And I mean, to think about it, like if somebody's recording a fight, that's almost like a form of bullying because you're sharing that and it's getting passed around. And like you said, cyberbullying, I mean, think about like comments on the TikToks and Snapchats and Instagram and all of that. People aren't always the nicest when they're making those comments, and spreading that by recording it and putting it out there is a form of bullying. So this month is Bullying Prevention Month, so I felt like it was important for us to just have, even if it's just a quick conversation like what we've had today about the different types of bullying and what people are experiencing, and thinking about how you can reach out and be a friend instead of a bully. So how can we be a friend to people?
I think we can really just reach out to people and ask if it was okay if they said something, and if not, you could be like, I'm sorry that I offended you, or just apologize for anything and just make sure that they're okay as a person and you didn't hurt their feelings.
Yeah, it's always safe to check up on your friends. Even if you don't really think you know them that well, it's never a bad idea to see how they're doing or how their life's going, or if something hurts their feelings, or even just apologizing for something you said.
Yeah, and really putting yourself in someone's shoes, then it really makes you think, how did I affect someone in this situation, and is it bullying?
How would I feel?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How would I feel if that was said to me? Those are great examples. Thank y'all for joining me today, and I appreciate the conversation, even if it was quick. I think it's important for us to get this information out there. You can always follow us on social media to get more information. Audrey, you want to shout out our socials?
Our Instagram is We Are PCYB, and our TikTok is also We Are PCYB.
And we are on Facebook at Pickens County Youth Board. You can always follow us on social media to keep up with all of the latest news and updates. And we will see y'all next time for another episode of But They Don't. Thanks, Audrey. You did great, Ivy. Good job. Yay.